Hello everyone! Now for our next design, as you can see it is multicolored as such. Start off by taking this thread and then let this thread itself be multicolored. Now we have made this knot to begin with. After you've made this knot, pull through one of the sides as such. Now continue to lift it up on one side and then pull the thread through it as such. Do this until the end, and once you reach the end, then you may tie a small knot to it, however do not pull it tight. Make these two loops out of it and then pull one side of the thread through. Take the edge of it and make a little knot out of it. After you make this knot, then tighten it up, and this will be the final result. Now in order to do this, we'll start off by taking a multicolored thread, put your two fingers together and then wrap this thread around it with a little gap between the two fingers. Now pull the thread around it as such, wrap it around, and then afterwards make these two loops around. As you are making these loops around, continue to do so as such. Now as you are doing so, then join it all together, pull the thread through it and then pull it from the bottom to the top as such. Then afterwards pull it from the top to the bottom as well, and then once again from the bottom to the top. Now as we are going in multiple loops as such, this is what it should begin to look like. The more loops you go, the better it looks. This will also help strengthen it. Now as you can see, we are continuing with the loops, and now a different color has set in. It has gone from pink to greenish yellow. Now we are pulling one side of it through as such, and then we are adjusting some of the loops and then making the rest of them tighter. Now pull one of the strings and make this knot, adjust it as you want. For our next design, take this pink thread, make a loop out of it, take one of the sides of the threads and then wrap it around it. Now there should be a loop on the other side as well, and then through this we continue going in a V shape. Go from one side, go through the center and then bring it out through the other side, and then repeat this step until you reach the bottom. As you can see the purple design in the corner, this is what it will end up looking like. This is the progress that you should be able to make. Next, make sure that there is no gap available at the bottom and make it as tight as you possibly can. As you can see, once you reach the bottom, we are involving the other thread, bring it out through the bottom, tighten it, and this will be the end result of it. Next, take a purple thread, we've made a loop out of it, take the other side of it, wrap it around as such. Once you wrap it around, then bring it through the center, however do not put it in, instead make another loop out of it, and then once you bring it back to the top, loop it around. Continue to do so repeatedly. Make a large loop at the bottom and then make a smaller loop at the top. Now this V shape should begin to form. As you are forming the V shape, there should be no gaps left at the bottom large loop as such. Now as you continue to do so, then spread it out. Pull one end of it through, and then after this you may burn the end so that it stays in its place and does not come undone. Next, if your sweater has a little hole, there is a way that you can fix it up. In order to do so, you can put the needle and then afterwards slowly begin to stitch around it as such. As you can see, we are only going through the edges and slowly closing it off. We're going towards the closer edges and then drawing them together. Once you draw it shut, as you can see, it becomes smaller and smaller. Use the same color as the cloth material that you're using. Now, as you can see, this is closed off, but we are still continuing to do so on top of it so that it remains closed. Repeatedly do this, and then once you're done with it, you may put it down and then afterwards tie a knot to it so that it does not come undone. Make sure that the knot is big enough so that it does not come through the holes either. This is the final look. Thank you for watching.